Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're going to be jumping right into some MegaMek. We were in the middle of a battle when last we left off. We were trying to engage the enemy op 4 for a duration of null. I have decided since last week that null equals 10 turns. And furthermore, I've decided that we didn't start engaging them until round 7, according to the replay. So, we will be continuing this battle until the end of round 17, is the plan as it stands right now. I don't know if Varenk is going to be able to make it, seeing as how he is, well, how we say, recovering. I hope he is able to make it, but if not, we will have to carry on without him. In the meantime, we have moved, it looks like everyone except Scarponi and the Awesome are no. We are declaring physical attacks at the moment, so we are not attacking the Griffin. We will be picking the building, just in case it needs to come down later. We'll go ahead and get a head start on that. Oh yeah, there are other players who need to be replaced. We will edit bots. We'll replace everyone with Princess. That is the Allied Force by Federated Commonwealth and the Allied Mech Ace by Federated Commonwealth. That is the Clan Wolf primary op 4 and the Unknown Hostile Pirate Forces, all being replaced by Princess. So the Warhammer kicks the building, the Awesome kicks the building, the Ost Scout, our allied mech ace, does kick the Koshi in the left torso for 7 damage, leaving him with 2 internal structure. Okay, so let me just real quick go over this. Cestus is at 1 heat, Poser is at 0, Scarponi is at 3 heat, Tsubasa is at 3 heat, Tentacle Shogun is at 3 heat. Tugyu in the Stalker is at 0. Tsubasa in the Vulcan is at 3. Star Wyvern is at 0. Our allied forces. The Griffin is at 3 heat. The Commando is at 1. Primary op 4. We've got a Mist Lynx. Item 137. He is at 5 heat. Everyone else seems to be running relatively cool. So let's see what is going on. Uncaught Java exception detected. That's not good. Well, that is. We will. I guess we will kick all the bots and then replace them. See if that helps. Oh, let me click that. Okay. Alright, so now we have moved on to round 14 initiative phase. I guess we don't get to see what's going on yet. Okay, well, things seem to have gone a little pear-shaped. Let's try reloading and see if that helps any. Well, okay, things are happening. Physical attacks, we will try to collapse that building again. guess we'll skip attacks and skip attacks. And let's try editing the bots again, replace with Princess. Okay. Physical attack report. The Ost Scout kicks the Koshi in the right torso this time, leaving him with one structure only. Okay, we've got the heat report. And another uncaught exception detected. Let's see if we can. Okay. Looks like we might have to call this battle a draw. Okay, initiative report still blank. I hate to say this, guys, but it looks like we're running into some technical difficulties. It looks like this battle might end up being a draw after all. Because it doesn't look like we're able to finish the round report for initiative phase. Okay, well. Maybe we can resolve it manually. We'll say, yeah, we controlled the battlefield. Yes, we engaged all of these forces for null +1 turns. So that more than exceeds the objective. We are going to call that a draw. I don't know if the game is going to want us to. Okay, so it appears to have resolved the enemy force. We do still have the hostile industrial center needing to be engaged. That should, depending on which lance we send, it should reveal these two hexes as well. In the meantime, so that was Mariana Lance is waiting on the Bane. Tonga Lance was just engaged. Galatea Lance was also just engaged, and Aleutian Lance was doing recon elsewhere when all of that went down. So yeah, we recovered all of our forces. No battle loss compensation, no damage, no nothing. I guess that mission was just a wash. We didn't gain anything, we didn't lose anything. I feel like we kind of had them on the ropes a little bit, probably because we outtunned them by a significant amount. But in the meantime, in the repair bay, what have we got going on? We've got the archer needing its right torso. We've got the banshee needing some armor. We can have Fred Modry replace the armor, no problem. We've got the Black Knight needing a bunch of armor and some actuators. We'll have Penny. Oh, no, we don't need Penny. We can have Vernita. Vernita has 20 XP now. An unexpected side effect of having her deploy that last battle is that she did actually make the XP, even though she didn't get any kills and the battle was a complete wash. We did still gain something from it. We can have her go up in MekHQ. Or we can save up for piloting or gunnery. We could have her pick up dodge, or eagle's eyes, or human TRO. Human TRO would not be bad for her. She already has Hopping Jack, Melee Specialist, and Master, Multitasker, and Small Pilot, which she started the game with. We could do Oblique Artilleryman, or Pain Resistance, or Sensor Geek. We could not do Range Master. We cannot do Gunnery Specialist. We could do Tech Specialist Armor, or Mr. and Mrs. Fix-It, or Tech Specialist Weapon. I think I'd like her to save up for Jumping Jack, so we're gonna hold off on all of that for now. Other than that, it looks like Fred French is 1 XP from gaining something for 40 XP. Vale Rastak is 2 XP from gaining, I want to say gunnery. This is all personnel. I need active personnel. So yeah, Vale unfortunately does not fall into the second category. Fred French, still 1 XP from gaining either piloting or maneuvering ace, multitasker, hot dog, cluster hitter. Ooh, cluster hitter. Or sandblaster. Cluster hitter or sandblaster? I think we were waiting for sandblaster. Cluster hitter is a +2 to cluster hits. Sandblaster +2, 3, or 4 at short, medium, or long range. Yeah, I think we're gonna go Sandblaster when we can. Let's see, in the hangar, we've got the champion ready to go. That's a 60-tonner with an SRM-6 and LV-10X and some medium and small lasers at a movement profile of 585. That's not bad. That actually might be better than the Cestus, which is a 4.6 with an XL engine. Gauss rifle 2 larges, max armor 211. The Cestus has more armor, but is less maneuverable. They both have XL engines. They both have 2 mediums. Champion might not be a bad mech to bring along one of these missions. Let me check the TO and E. Illusion Lance is actually, at this point, is a heavy mech, or a heavy lance. We would need to shave off 20 tons. For Psychon, we are, in fact, a heavy lance. Heavy. How do we do this again? Control? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so Illusion Lance is currently a heavy lance, which is between 200 and 280 tons. We could swap out Zero Chew in the Phoenix Hawk for something a bit heavier. We could actually swap out Zero Chew for like a 100-tonner and still maintain a heavy lance. Cronus the guillotine, or we could drop the guillotine down to a 50-tonner and go down to a medium lance. Do we have any good 50-tonners? An enforcer, which is bone stock with jump jets. Autocannon 10 with a quirk. It doesn't say what the quirk is. Hunchback's Trebuchet. Trebuchet 5N, Trebuchet 5J. 5J has an LRM 15, the 5N has two LRM 15s. Or we could swap the Phoenix Hawk for something heavier. The Cronus, well, the Cronus is still at his signature ride. We could have Alan Davy getting something heavier. We could have Bendik Machuski getting something heavier. Although, honestly, I kind of like that Hunchback 2C. It's short on ammo, but otherwise, it's a really solid mech. Good armor, good heat sinking, good range brackets, I feel like. Alan Davy, what can we put you in that's heavier than a guillotine? We could put you in like a Zeus. The Zeus, which generates what, 32 points of heat at long range. Might be. The guillotine has jump jets though. Varenk, hey, how's it going? I'm glad you were able to make it. Won't be doing much typing tonight. Wife is doing the typing now, but I'm here, still in the hospital. Well, I'm glad you were able to make it. I'm thinking this might be kind of a low impact episode, so hopefully you won't have to get your wife to do too much typing for you, but I'm glad you were both able to make it. And I apologize to her if all of this is horribly boring for her. But yeah, I'm feeling like the guillotine could maybe take a spot instead of. We'll have Davi take the Zeus, is what we'll do. Is the Zeus? Oh, the Zeus is mothballed, apparently. Yeah, we will have Oliver Costa. No, we'll have Dulfikar unmothball the Zeus. And then we'll have Alan Davi take over the Zeus. We'll have Bendik Machuski take over the guillotine. We'll have Hunchback 2C, which is a 464. 170 right now. We could still throw in a 90-tonner and still be. Hell, we could throw in a 100-tonner and still be a heavy lance. Right now we're a medium lance. But if we add anything over 30 tons, we'll stop being a medium lance. Do we drop the Machuski back to. Evolution is our scout lance, so it doesn't really make sense Now we'll have Davy in the guillotine. Not the Zeus. That means that we've got 30 tons. This will be a medium lance. I don't want to put a 30-ton mech into a Lucian lance, so maybe the champion instead of the guillotine. The guillotine is a good mech, but it's not. I can find it. There it is. It's not super long range. Other than the ER large and the 2 ER mediums, it is strictly a 9 hex mech. Whereas the champion, other than the LB10X, is also a 9 hex mech. But it is a 585 with 200 armor versus 192. So yeah, Alan Davy, we'll have you get into the champion. Renita, you were in Galatea. Let's fix that real quick. Davy in the champion. And that means that Aleutian Lance now has a 40-ton spot. Which we can fill with we could do the Vulcan. Where's Tsubasa? Is Tsubasa in? Tsubasa's in Tonga Lance. Okay, well, what other 40-ton mechs do we have that we can use? We've got the Kyudo is too heavy. The Phoenix Hawks are too heavy. We do have an assassin. It is a stock assassin though, which is kind of garbo. We do have the Clint, which is a 696 with close to max armor, fairly lightly armed with a large laser and 2 mediums, but it does have double heat sinks. It does have improved targeting at every range bracket except short. It is unfortunately difficult to maintain. We've got a Hermes 2, has an autocannon 5 and 2 mediums and no jump jets and less armor, so we'll definitely take the Clint over the Hermes. Or we've got the Whitworth, which is a 464 with a pair of LRM-10s and 3 medium lasers. Also less armor than the Clint. Yeah, I think that's going to be the Clint. We'll activate that with Ratnabala. And we'll have Bendik piloting the Clint. Oh. Okay, so Aleutian Lance is still technically a medium lance. With the Cronus, the Phoenix Hawk, the Champion, and the Clint. We'll put Zero Chew at the bottom because he is the only non-elite pilot that we've got here. Speaking of which, do we maybe want to swap Bendik and Zero? Bendik is the better pilot. He has dodge and hopping jack. Zero Chew has hopping jack and weapon specialist AC5, which none of our mechs are using. Melee specialist, hopping jack, and dodge. 2, 3. Yeah, we'll put Bendik in the Phoenix Hawk. There's the Phoenix Hawk. We'll have him in the Clint. We'll have Bendik Machuski and the Phoenix Hawk. Mouse will work. That does mean we're not using the Hunchback anymore. That does mean Illusion Lance currently at 200 tons. We'll have the Clint at the bottom. Zero Chew. Sorry, bro. But Weapon Specialist just is not as good as having an extra point of gunnery. Alan Davi and the champion also. Actually, we should swap out Alan Davi and Bendik. Phoenix Hawk and champion. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. All right. So Cronus, of course, being Hopping Jack, Melee Master, Melee Specialist, and Sensor Geek. Ruby is the squad commander with tactics and strategy and leadership. Bendik with 3 points of tactics, though, gunning for her position with Hopping Jack and Dodge. We've got Alan Davi with Some Like It Hot as a 2-3. And we've got the Hopping Jack with Melee Specialist, 3-3 pilot, and the Clint. So Illusion Lance is now worth 9,119 points. Galatea Lance is now worth 11,017 points, with no changes. Tonga Lance, 9,897 points. We'll have... Do we want to put Tsubasa in the Stalker? Or does Tsubasa like being in a light mech? It is far more maneuverable, but far less lightly armed and armored at 112 versus 248. So literally half as much armor, less, but more than twice as maneuverable. Rank says the Clint. As far as Zero Chew. Oh, you like the Clint? Honestly, it's not my favorite mech. It is undergunned. It has the heat sinks. It can fire everything and jump its full distance and not overheat until it starts taking damage. And it is fairly well armored. It's just 18 is not a great damage output for a 40-ton mech. I might be able to put an ER large laser on there to give it a little bit more bite at long range. As a matter of fact, I think that's what I'm going to do. We'll go with an ER large laser. Oh. And that was, I assume, in the right arm. Okay, it wants weapons after heat sinks. Okay. So that will cause it to build up a little bit of heat if it fires everything and jumps. Is that actually worth it? Because it's not going to be outside of 5 hexes most of the time. Yeah, you know what? I think the regular large laser might be the proper weapon for that build. Mariana Lance, of course, waiting on the Kraken to be finished refitting before it can be added and bring us up to full strength. In the meantime, we do have 2 lances at full strength ready to roll. So we'll send Illusion Lance here. And they will detect a hostile force. Okay, well. Irregular forces heavy. Destroy enemy infantry and irregular forces and their support. Deployment date, battle return date. Alright, let's check the briefing room. Let's see what we've got here. We've got irregular forces. Aleutian Lance, which is Stiletto, MekHQ, Davi, and Chu. As well as an allied force, 2 scorpions and 2 vedettes, and an allied ace in a guillotine. Very nice. Against Warhammer 6R, a Mad Cat N. The Mad Cat N has a pair of PPCs, an LRM-15, a medium pulse laser, and 2 machine guns, looks like. Another medium pulse laser and 2 more machine guns. So 2 PPCs, some LRMs, 2 pulse lasers, 4 machine guns. That is quite a lot of firepower. Thank goodness it's a 4-5 pilot. We also have a Vulture B, which has 2 ER larges, 3 medium pulses, an LRM 20 with Artemis, and 2 Streak 6s with ammo. We've also got a Mad Cat Prime, we've got a Loki Prime, and some elemental battle armor. We also have some infantry, including, looks like, oh good, a lot of foot platoons. That's 5, 10, 15. If I'm not mistaken, that looks like 18 platoons of foot soldiers, as well as the irregulars, a construction mech, a logger mech, a crossbow. Is that a primitive crossbow with a medium laser, 2 LRM5s, medium laser, 2 LRM5s? Okay. A Brunel dump truck with the autocannon 20? Yes. Is that 3 autocannon 20s? That looks like 3 autocannon 20s. So we do not want to get behind the Brunel. Some MASH trucks, some APCs, a harvester, a peacekeeper, a coolant truck, a harvester anti-Jabberwocky, a swordsman, some battle armor, a foot platoon, and a space marine and Snow Raven space marines. What do you guys have? Doesn't want to tell me. So that is a total of 7,000 plus 2,000 is 9,000 plus 15,000 is almost 16,000. So we can call that 25,000 against our 3,500. What? 1,200, 1,250, 12,500, give or take. We will be trying to reinforce. Where is Galatea? We will try to send Galatea Lance. Wait, send Galatea. It doesn't appear that we can send Oh wait, Tonga Lance? What? We were not trying to send Tonga Lance. And deploy. That was Galatea Lance that we were trying to deploy. And the reinforcement roll. Okay, so we attempted to reinforce. We needed a 2d6 plus 1. We got a 10. Reinforcement attempt succeeded. Okay, so we did good on that roll, which is great. So we will be taking Galatea Lance and Aleutian Lance. Aleutian Lance in the primary with the Cronus, the Champion, the Phoenix Hawk, and the Clint. And Galatea Lance reinforcing with the Marauder, the Archer, the Warhammer, and the Cestus. And hopefully, if we don't finish tonight, we won't run into an issue like we did last week. Or I should say this week, where we can't finish the battle, and we have to call it a draw. In the meantime, our objective is destroy, cripple, or force withdrawal of 50% of the primary op for the irregulars and the infantry. And I'm thinking the Marauder might do some real good against the infantry. We'll have the Federated Commonwealth Allied Forces in black and gold. We'll have the Allied Mech Ace in blue and gold. Clan Wolf primary op 4. Clan Wolf. How about the Red Sheik? Primary op 4 infantry, we'll just do maroon. And the op 4 irregulars we'll do in Beta Galaxy. Okay, so quite a lot of enemies against us. Given that there are 4 of us, there was supposed to be 8 of us. That's not quite how that was supposed to happen. The null exception again. Hopefully that's not game breaking. Galatea Lance, deploy force. Maybe because I didn't click assign before. Okay, well we've got 8 mechs deploying now. Okay, compact display. We'll have reinforcements arriving on round 6 in the southwest zone. We're deploying in the north. Our allied forces. That was yellow and gold, or gold and black, the allied ace. And blue and gold. And wolf. Primary up 4. Red Sheik, infantry in maroon, and irregulars. In Beta Galaxy. Okay, so now there are 8 of us, half of us deploying on round 6, including the Marauder, which strangely has the highest battle value out of everyone. Stiletto will be deploying in the basic force. The Warhammer, Scarponi will be deploying in the reinforcements. The Champion, Phoenix Hawk, and the Clint. Okay. Allied forces, we've got a pair of Vedettes and a pair of Scorpions. That's not a lot. And we've got the Guillotine, we'll be deploying on round 2. And he has an SPA, he has Hopping Jack, and Some Like It Hot. That's not bad for Guillotine. We've got plenty of op 4 infantry. We've got something like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 18 units of infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 20 irregulars, including the crossbow, is the biggest bad, followed by the swordsman. Where is the Brunel? I want to know how many points the Brunel is worth. But I'm not seeing the Brunel. I missed something. Or is there no Brunel on here? You know what? I'm fine with that. The Mad Cat N is not even worth the most points. The Loki with the 3 ER mediums, 2 PPCs, 2 machine guns, and was that an SRM6? And a Streak SRM6. Okay, with ECM. So the Loki Prime is our biggest bad, and he is worth 1,000 points more than our Marauder, and more than 1,000 points more than our Cronus. So that Loki is the biggest bad by far, followed by the Vulture, which has 2 ER larges and LRM-20, 3 medium pulses, and 2 streak 6s. Mad Cat N with the 4-5 pilot. Okay, so the Vulture is a 2-5 pilot. We can knock him pretty easily. The Loki with a 2-3 pilot and an AMS, we're not going to be able to knock him super easy. The Mad Cat Prime with a 4-5 pilot and also heat issues. The ER PVCs generate more heat than the ER larges, but the LRM-15s generate less heat than the LRM-20s. Medium pulses, ER mediums, also 4 machine guns versus 2 machine guns and a medium pulse. Warhammer 6R with an Apol, an elite pilot. That is 2 PPCs, 2 mediums, 2 smalls, SRM6 and 2 machine guns. That is your standard basic classic Warhammer. And the battle armor elementals riding on the Mad Cat 132, which was the N, the one with the PPCs. In the map, oh goodness. The map is pretty clear and open, although has a city in this preview, but not on the main preview. We've got deployment south, they're deploying in the center, it looks like. The infantry and the irregulars are deploying in the center. The primary outforce is deploying in the south. We're deploying in the north, as well as our allies and our mech ace. All right. Let's see what we can do. We're just here to destroy half of them. We've won initiative, and we are going last within our team for deployment. All right. Let's start with the Clint. Clint can start here and start jumping forward. The champion, which is a 585, can start. Oh. Oh, we've already got eyes on the Jabberwocky. And yeah, let's go 1, 2, 5. We can make that across. We've got a J-37 ordnance vehicle down here. We'll have the Cronus deployed there. And the Phoenix Hawk, which is more maneuverable than any of the rest of us, we'll maybe start here. And we've got reinforcements arriving on round 6. Alright, so we've won initiative for our team, but we are going after our mech ace. Our friends all seem to have deployed in this corner. Stiletto will be jumping. I think all of our people are going to be jumping this turn. It's nice to have a fully jump capable squad. Because then you can just, you know, advance as though terrain wasn't a thing. Right. So advancing southwards towards the city, we've got eyes on a Jabberwocky. Stiletto has the Jabberwocky on an 8, has the J37 on a 9, has the Mash Truck on a 9, has the Peacekeeper on a 7. The Peacekeeper might be the one that we're going for, just because it is the easiest shot. We've got him on 7s with the medium pulses as well. Yeah, we'll build up a little bit of heat just to try to get this Peacekeeper down and out. The champion with its LB10X, we're going for, I think, the Jabberwocky on an 8. Pair of mediums on a 12, and the SRM6 on a 12 as well, because why not? 15 shots is plenty of ammo. The Clint, I'm thinking also at the Jabberwocky on 8s and 10s. We'll go heat neutral for that. The Phoenix Hawk, last but not least, has eyes on the Peacekeeper on a 10 or the Jabberwocky on an 11. Might as well take the shot that's 17% likely to hit. Not that I expect it to do any good, but we'll see. Cronus hits the Peacekeeper in the right arm, critting on its shoulder. Medium pulse lasers glancing off the left and right torsos for 3 each, down to 5 armor in both of those locations. The champion hits the Jabberwocky in the right leg, critting on its tracks. Also hitting it in the left torso with a medium laser, and 2 SRMs to the right and left torso, leaving it with 11 structure on that left side. The Clint hits the Jabberwocky in the left torso with a medium laser, down to 6 armor. The Phoenix Hawk hits the Peacekeeper in the center torso for 7, down to 3. Peacekeeper goes down, takes 3 to the left leg, and hurts the pilot in the fall. Lee Scott needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 9. Jabberwocky needs a 9 to stay standing, gets a 10. The Cronus is at 3 heat, everyone else is running cool. The Peacekeeper fell a level, and being a primitive mech, needs to roll to avoid a crit. He does crit on his gyro, so the Peacekeeper might not be getting back up. That gyro hit is going to be a +3 to his piloting roll to get up, and he was not a great pilot to begin with. We are going before our mech ace, but after everyone else. So that's not bad. Primary infantry, primary op 4. Okay, lots of people are going. Okay, Stiletto. Why are we still so slow? It's not night? Foggy? Did I miss something? Let's see. Phoenix Hawk. Phoenix Hawk can walk forward, being moderately evasive, and have the Jabberwocky at, looks like, probably medium range for large laser. As well as some Clan Space Marine power armor. Those guys have no armor, but 20 internals, if not 40. I don't know. Yeah, we'll try to hit the Space Marines with some machine guns, because I don't think they're very well. They're very tough. There's just a bunch of them. We'll have Stiletto jump. She has hopping jack, so that's the same as running for her as far as movement modifiers goes. The champion also has hopping jack, so we'll go ahead and do that. The Clint. The building has 22 construction factor, 35, 18, 35. Okay, well, I guess we will go here, and that'll put us at medium range of the Space Marines. Okay, so someone's shooting at the APC. That is Scorpion tank, which I believe is going to be an AC5, and that needs 11. No, that's LRM5 and an LRM10. Those need 11s. Stiletto at the APC on 6s, or the other APC on 7s. We'll take the easier shot. We might be able to just kill him outright. That'll be 1, 2. Oh. No, we'll save some of the SRM ammo because it is not nearly as likely to hit as the medium pulse laser. And the APC, I don't know if we need to crit seek on it because its armor is so thin. The champion has Space Marines on a 4 with the LBX, 7s with the medium lasers. So that's 7, 7, a 7 with the SRM, and a 4 with the LBX. The Clint has the Jabberwocky on 8s, has the J37 on 7s, has the Mash Truck on 7s. The J37 is probably going to be our target. It'll be 7s and 8s. We'll take that. Oh yeah, because we've got the improved targeting at medium and long range. The Phoenix Hawk at the heavy tracked APC on looks like 5s and 7s. Alright, the Scorpion tank missing on 11s. The APC takes nothing. The Cronus at the APC wheeled machine gun hits it in the right side, immobilizing it. Hits it in the right side with a medium pulse laser, also killing it. So yeah, didn't need the SRMs. The champion at the Space Marines kills 1 guy, kills 2 guys. The LBX kills 1 guy. Oh, what? Cluster ammunition does from 10 damage to 2. Okay, I thought cluster ammunition was good against infantries, but I guess not. The Clint hits the J37 in the front, leaving it with 20 armor. The clan Space Marines fire their laser rifles at the champion, hitting him for 7 damage to the left arm, left and right torso. The Phoenix Hawk at the heavy tracked APC hits it in the right side, costing it a movement point, and hits it in the rear, causing it minor motive system damage. So that's +3 to driving skill rolls. Not that I think he has many to make. The guillotine hits APC hover machine gun in the right side and the turret and destroys the machine gun hover APC. So that is... yeah, guess we might as well kick the building in case it needs to come down later. We hit it for 9, it's down to 13 structure. The guillotine is up to 6 heat, our Cronus is up to 2, everyone else is running cool. We've won initiative, and we are going last within our team, so that's cool. Means everyone gets to go before us. The Vedettes and the Scorpions are making their advance. The Jabberwocky is making his advance. Stiletto we get into medium laser range of the Jabberwock? Or do we need to? Yeah, we'll walk. We're at 2 heat, so that means we've got 24. Yeah, we can fire everything this turn. We'll be at 3 heat at the end. The champion. Actually might be better off jumping. Yeah, we're gonna see if we can't take out these Space Marines. There are, it looks like 15 of them left. If I'm reading this right? No, range 50. 17 active. Internal 17 of 40. Okay, well. We'll see what we can do to them, and hopefully we won't have to pull back too hard if they decide to make me pull back a stump. The Clint can get over here behind the Jabberwocky. And the Phoenix Hawk can maybe go for the Peacekeeper. Yeah, let's try and flank the Peacekeeper and these elementals. We might be able to do some good over here. We'll jump this turn. We do have Hopping Jack on. No, we do not have Hopping Jack on the Phoenix Hawk. Okay, well. Heavy tracked APC is taking fire from some of the tanks. Heavy tracked APC is firing on the Clint. Needing 7s, looks like, on the Clint with its pair of machine guns. Let's go for the Jabberwocky on 4s, and we should end up at 3 heat, 4 heat. Okay, let's take the Jabberwocky down this turn. Champion with the cluster munitions at the Space Marines on 4s, plus everything else on 5s and 7s. Should be no problem. The Clint into the back of the Jabberwocky on 6s. And he's hitting with everything. I'm glad I didn't give him an ER large laser, because he would be building up a lot of heat right now if I had. And the Phoenix Hawk has the heavy tracked APC on a 6 and a pair of 8s. We'll go heat neutral for that. The MASH truck hits the champion in the chest for 3 with a small laser. The heavy tracked APC missing the Clint on 7s. The Vedette missing the heavy tracked APC on an 11. The Scorpion missing on 12s. The Guillotine missing on an 11. The Cronus hits the Jabberwocky in the right leg with his large laser. Or her large laser, I should say. Follows that up with a medium pulse laser to where the right leg was. Goes into the right torso, critting on some stuff. The hoist. Medium pulse laser to the CT, medium pulse laser to the left arm, SRMs to the right torso and right arm. So the Jabberwocky is going down and is badly hurt. The Space Marines hit for 6 on the champion to the right torso and right leg, down to 14 on that right torso. The champion only kills 1 trooper with his LB-10X. Kills another with a medium laser. Kills 2 more with the SRM-6, down to 13 guys. Alright. The Clint at the Jabberwocky hits him in the center torso rear, right torso rear, left torso rear, critting on his nil and rivet gun ammo. Phoenix Hawk at the heavy tracked APC hits it in the front, costing it half its movement points. Jabberwocky goes down, takes 5 to the left leg, leaving it with 1 armor. Jabberwocky needs a 17 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 4. Needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 5. Let's see, the Clint will be kicking the Jabberwocky for the heavy tracked APC. We got him on a 1. Oh, excuse me. Well, I do apologize about that. I've got a sign out front that says no soliciting, but people can't seem to read. So the Clint will be kicking, I think, the heavy tracked APC on a 3. Using the right side table, sure, we'll do that. And destroy the heavy tracked APC. So that is a kill for the Clint. The Guillotine is down to 0 heat, Stiletto is up to 4, everyone else is running cool. The Jabberwocky fell 1 level and blows off his left arm. We've won initiative, and we are going after our allied force, but before the mech ace. The enemies are going all before us, pretty much. Alright, so the Guillotine is going last, on our team at least. The tanks are advancing. Let's see, the APC, and it looks like the Jabberwocky ejected, maybe? Let's see if we can get the Phoenix Hawk over here to where the Peacekeeper is. Is this a height 2 building? It is a height 3 building. So it looks like we can get over here. Peacekeeper is 4/6 movement profile with 57 armor. Yeah, even if the Peacekeeper doesn't stand still, we don't have a shot on the Paramour, because this building is height 2 with a construction factor of 46, so we're not going to be able to take that down in 1 turn. So I guess we're going to wait on the Peacekeeper. Stiletto will jump adjacent to the Space Marines, maybe? What is their movement profile? Those guys move 1, 2, and they have leg attack, and they haven't moved, so we're gonna hold off on that as well. The champion goes here. I think I like that move. That gives us a flank on the J37, the MASH. Gives us some eyes on a jump point over here. Auto rifles. Movement 1, 2, 3. Okay, well. The Cronus can jump to here and hit the Space Marines with some pulse lasers, I think. The Clint can do some damage, I think, to the J37, facing that way in case there's anyone there. We've got eyes on the Swordsman. We've got the Phoenix Hawk. We can get eyes on the Paramour. But not, and the Peacekeeper at the same time. Oh, the Peacekeeper fell down. Alright, Jabberwocky. Ejecting, lands in a building. Needs a 13, rolls a 3, +5 because the mech is prone. Kathy Camuela takes 5 damage, killing the pilot. So the Jabberwocky is down and out. The Peacekeeper tries to get up, needs a 10 because his gyro is damaged and he's sprinting. Needs a 10, gets an 8. Takes 3 to the center torso, leaving him with 0 armor. Needs a 10 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 9. Needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets an 8. Peacekeeper tries to get up again, also at a sprint, also needs a 10, gets a 4. Falls on its head for 3 damage, automatically hurting the pilot, and forcing a seatbelt check, which is successful. Or no. Takes 1 damage from hitting the head, needs a 7 to stay conscious, gets an 11. Needs a 10 for the seatbelt check, gets a 4. Needs a 10 to stay conscious, gets an 8. So the Peacekeeper is unconscious from trying to get up at a sprint with a damaged gyro. Alright, Stiletto. At the Space Marines, we're gonna skip the ER large. We're gonna have 3s and 5s, and that'll put us at 2 heat under. This is the champion. We've got a jump point over here. That is no armor, 20 of 40 internals. We will be trying to hit him with some cluster ammunition and some mediums and some smalls and some SRMs. Because we've got the heat sinks for it, so why not? The Clint has some elementals over here that he would like to start shooting at. Also has the clan foot platoon over here and a mash truck. And the J37. We've got the J37 on 5, so we'll take all of that. Let's see, the Phoenix Hawk has the elementals on 10s, has the Paramour on 5. So we'll take the Paramour just because we can hit him. And we'll throw in a couple 9s because otherwise we're never going to build up any heat. Alright, the clan jump point misses the champion on a 7, gets a 4. The mash does land a couple small lasers on the Clint to the right arm and center torso. The J37 misses the champion. The Cronus misses with the first medium pulse laser, needs a 3, gets a 2. Kills 4 guys with the other 2 lasers and 1 guy with the SRM. So there are now 8 Space Marines left alive. The champion at the jump point kills 1 guy with the LB-10X. Infantry armor. I thought the jump point had no armor. That is what it said. I could have sworn. Armor, 0, no armor. Internal, 15 of 40. Anyway, so the LBX kills 1 guy. Medium lasers kill a couple more. Small lasers kill a couple more. Down to 15 guys. The Space Marines hit the Cronus for 3 damage to the left torso and left leg. The Clint hits the J37 in the rear and the left side. It is immobile with 2 structure left on the rear. The elemental battle armor misses the Phoenix Hawk, needs an 11, gets a 2. The Phoenix Hawk at the Paramour hits it in the rear with a large and a medium, down to 12 armor. The Guillotine missing on 8s and 10s with everything. What are we looking at here? We've got the champion. Can we punch or kick this jump point? What height are they at? They're on a height 3 building, so we can neither punch nor kick the building. We can kick this building, 12. The Clint can neither punch nor kick that building or the person's. We'll kick this building for 9, sure, why not? And the Phoenix Hawk will kick this building for 9 as well. Everything hits, nothing goes down. Phoenix Hawk building is down to 13 structure. The Peacekeeper avoids taking damage from falling. We've won initiative, and we are going after everyone but our mech ace. So the guillotine is going after us, but no one else. Well, I mean, some of the enemies, but not many. Alright, our tanks are making an advance, sort of. The Scorpions are definitely falling behind. Let's see, the J37 is immobile, the Peacekeeper is immobile. And foot platoon, clean jump points. Swordsman. What is this building at? Construction 25? No, I don't think so. We'll go here for a turn. Oh, we got Space Marines over here that we can see now. Let's see, the Clint. Jump to here, maybe try to take out this jump point here on his way to attack that swordsman. The champion, likewise, will probably be attacking that jump point, or maybe the elementals. The Phoenix Hawk, we jump into these heavy woods for some evasion, and maybe probably not get a shot on anyone this turn. Alright, no rolls to make during the movement phase. Alright, Stiletto. We've got eyes on the J37. We can hit him in the rear, so that's what we're gonna do. We've got him on zeros with everything. Why don't we skip the ER large? We'll do the 3 mediums and the SRM, because otherwise we'd be 6 heat over. We could go 2 heat over if we dropped one of the pulse lasers for the large, but I don't think it makes a difference, because 1 hit to the rear is all it's gonna take. The champion at the elementals. We'll start with the LBX. We'll do a couple mediums, we'll do a couple smalls, we'll do the SRM. Those elementals are going to take some killing. The Clint. Jump point, maybe? We've got him on 5s. Yeah, we'll do everything on 5s, so we'll try to kill a couple of those guys. The Phoenix Hawk has the jump point on 9. Sure, we'll take that. Alright, the jump point misses the champion, needed an 8, got a 4. The Cronus at the J37 hits it in the left side, and the rear, stunning the crew for 2 turns, costing it half its movement points, and ultimately destroying it. The Space Marines hit the guillotine in the left leg for 2, down to 20. The champion at the elemental misses with the LB-10X. Does land 2 mediums to troopers 1 and 5, hits a small laser to trooper 3. The Clint at the jump platoon kills 3 guys, leaving him with 17. The elemental battle armor does hit the Clint in the right leg for 4, down to 16. I'm glad the thing is up armored. The Phoenix Hawk at the jump point hits it for 1 guy, down to 16. On a 9, not bad. The clan mechanized hover point hits the champion in the right torso and the CT for 3, so right torso is down to 12. The guillotine at the mash truck hits it in the right side, immobilizing it and leaving it with 8 armor. Alright, so Stiletto. Might as well kick the building in case it needs to come down later. The champion. Might as well kick that building in case it needs to come down later. The Clint. Likewise. Might as well. And the Phoenix Hawk. Alright. So Stiletto's building is down to 10 structure, the Champion's building is down to 28, the Clint and the Phoenix Hawk are down to 23 and 38. So nothing came down this turn. And the owners of those buildings are probably very grateful. The Guillotine builds another 2 heat up to 8. That's going to be a movement and a targeting penalty next turn. So I kind of wish he would cool it on that. We have lost initiative and we are going first. So, that's gonna be fun. Oh, it is our turn to deploy, and we're deploying in the southwest, which is super interesting. We'll have the Cestus. The Cestus can deploy maybe here. Come up this way. Cestus doesn't have any jump jets. It's just a 4-6. Maybe the Marauder, which is a close range support mech with jump jets, could jump in from here. 1, 2, 3, 5. So first turn running or jumping doesn't make a difference. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Second turn we can jump here. Third turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seventh 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can get to where the swordsman is in like 4 turns. Oh. Oh, we've got a Mad Cat, a Warhammer, and a Vulture now all of a sudden. Okay, well. This is Wyvern in the SRM boat. We'll have him 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. No. 1, 2, 3, 5. It's evasive and in woods. Do that. The Cestus start here and maybe get into those heavy woods, and he'll just sit there and camp and spam the Gauss rifle. And last but not least, Scarponi in the Warhammer. We'll head this way and try to get the Warhammer in the back. Alright, so now we have lost initiative, so we are going first. Let's have our northern force maybe kind of stay over here. The champion was going after the swordsman, so if we go here, we can see him. Oh, we've got 3 more sensor returns right here, though. Besides the Mad Cat, the Vulture, and the Warhammer. We can see one of them from here. Let's see what it is. That sensor return is a Harvester Ant. Okay, no big deal. Not the Marauder, not the Archer. We'll do the Clint next. We'll have him jump into this road hex. Facing those guys. What have we got there? We've got, oh, another Mad Cat and a Loki. The Clint wants to get out of there now. Let's see, the Phoenix Hawk. Jump over here next to the swordsman and kind of block this alleyway. And the Cestus. Scarponi. Get eyes on that Mad Cat. Tentacle Shogun was going to jump. Wyvern was going to... Oh, forgot it's dark or whatever. We're not going to be able to make it into that X. We will be able to get eyes on the Mad Cat at least. Okay, so the Peacekeeper actually manages to stand up, but because he ran with the damaged gyro, he goes right back down, falling on his right arm and destroying it, and almost hurting the pilot. Lee Scott needed a 10 to avoid hurting the pilot. Just barely got it. Stiletto does not have eyes on the Peacekeeper or the Paramour. Does have eyes on the swordsman on a 9, so we'll take that shot and a couple of those for 3 heat over. Let's see. Warhammer has 6s at the Mad Cat. We'll go heat neutral for 6s. Let's see. Wyvern is also going to be firing at the Mad Cat. Has him on 9s. We'll see if we can land some SRMs on that. We'll go 1 heat over. Tentacle Shogun does not have eyes on the Mad Cat. Does have eyes on the Vulture. We can hit him on a 9 with the large. And a pair of 11s. We'll do... We'll do 1 9. And we'll do a couple pulse lasers so that we're heat neutral on 11s. The Phoenix Hawk at the Swordsman, or no, Champion at the Swordsman. We'll go for him on 7s with the LB10X. And the mediums, we'll do the smalls, we'll do the SRMs. That does not give us any heat. The Clint into Pride. We're not in the back of the Loki, we're not in the back of the Mad Cat, not in the back of the Swords. But we do have the Mad Cat or the Loki on 5s. We'll go neutral at the Loki for 18 points, hopefully. Phoenix Hawk at the Swordsman, we've got him on 6s, so that'll be everything. The Cestus has the Loki on a 9. We'll take that shot and a couple of 11s. Oh, that Clint is in trouble. He's taking direct shots from a Mad Cat. Cronus misses with the ER large, does hit the swordsman in the left arm for 7 with the medium pulse laser. Then jump point misses. Warhammer at the Mad Cat hits him in the left arm and right torso for 10 each, down to 14 and 15. And the Archer following that up with 2, 5, 8 missiles. So that's another 16 points of damage to the Mad Cat. To the left leg twice, the left arm, the head, forcing his first consciousness check. The left torso, right leg, and left torso again, down to 21. Tentacle Shogun at the Vulture hits him with a medium pulse to the right leg, down 3 armor to 20. The Loki at the Phoenix Hawk with 2 ERPPCs hits him in the center torso and the left arm on 5s. 2, 3, -1 for targeting, +3. Oh, the Beagle Active Probe negates our Woods advantage, for one thing. So yeah, that's a center torso and left arm for 15 each. Ouch. Champion misses with the LBX, hits the swordsman in the center torso with a medium laser. The Clint at the Loki hits him in the left torso and the right leg for 5 each, down to 9 and 10. The Elementals doing a leg attack against the champion, hit him in the right leg, critting on his upper leg. Phoenix Hawk at the swordsman hits him in the right leg and the left arm, or the left leg, for 5 and 3, down to 3 and 9 in those locations. The Cestus at the Loki, missing on 9s and 11s. The Guillotine at the Space Marines kills 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys, leaving 3 alive. The Mad Cat, medium pulse lasers at the Clint, hit him on 6s to the right arm and center torso for 7 each, down to 2 and 6. And he also takes a machine gun to the right leg, costing him an edge. The Space Marines fire their laser rifles at the Guillotine, hit him in the right torso for 2, destroying his searchlight and leaving him with 20 armor. The Mad Cat firing at Scarponi, hit him in the right torso and center torso for 9, down to 15 on that right torso. The Elementals miss the champion on 9s, the Scorpion misses the jump point on 12s, the Fast Recon Cavalry point with laser rifles hit with 10 points to the champion's left and center torso rear, and also the head. Bendik Machuski takes his first consciousness check. Needs a 3, gets a 9. Does Machuski not have any edge? I don't think he does. He does not. He is an elite pilot with 2 XP, dodge, and hopping jack. Oh, he does have a point of edge. Right there. He must have already used it then. Vulture hits Tentacle Shogun in the center torso with an ER large laser. Glancing blow to the center torso leaves him with 30 armor. The Swordsman misses the Phoenix Hawk on 11s and 9s. Looks like everybody stays standing. Even the Swordsman, who took 20 plus, needs a 7, gets an 8. Everyone else needs 4s or 6s, gets 10s and 9s. Alright, whose turn is it to declare a physical attack? Stiletto, yes. Let's kick this building on a 12, or for 12 twice. Champion, can we kick these guys on a 9? Ouch. For 12 points. I would kill one of them if I hit. Would have to make a piloting check if I missed. It's worth it. The Phoenix Hawk will kick the Swordsman on a 5. Alright, the Cronus kicks the building twice. It's down to 22. Champion on a 9. Rolls a 9. Kills Elemental number 1. Who was already hurt, I believe. Yeah. For 1. No, wait. That was a different squad. No, Trooper 1 must have been already not hurt. Phoenix Hawk kicks the Swordsman in the right leg for 9, down to 3 armor. The Swordsman kicks the Phoenix Hawk in the left leg for 8, down to 12. Guillotine kicks some Space Marines, kills 1 guy, 2 guys left. The Swordsman and the Phoenix Hawk both need to make PSRs because they got kicked, and they both succeed. Alright, Madcap Prime is up to 3 heat, Vulture is up to 2 heat, the Loki is up to 5, the Guillotine is up to 6, or down to 6. Stiletto is up to 3, Scarponi is up to 1, Wyvern is up to 1, Phoenix Hawk is up to 2. Peacekeeper falls a level and takes damage to 2 heat sinks and some environmental sealing. We've lost initiative, but we are going after our allied forces, so there's that. Alright, Stiletto. Let's get behind the Peacekeeper and maybe the Paramour. Scarponi. We go 3 hexes, get eyes on that sensor return, and start making our way up towards this road. Oh, there's the Warhammer. Alright, Cestus has eyes on the not the Warhammer. Get eyes on the Warhammer through some woods. Alt, I forget if that's alt. Yeah, that is alt. So through 1 hex of woods. Yeah, we'll go ahead and run. We'll try to get the Gauss rifle to hit. Tentacle Shogun. Likewise, we'll be jumping into short range with this guy. Star Wyvern will be advancing at a run. where he can get the Warhammer at long range or the Mad Cat at extreme range. Might not be worth the ammo to engage that Mad Cat. Champion will jump over the building and turn around where he can face the Loki on the Mad Cat. Needs a 4 for having a busted actuator. We can make that, I hope. We're jammed, but we're not prone. Good deal. We can jump over to here and get the Mad Cat in the back, maybe. The Phoenix Hawk, we can jump over to here. Get the Warhammer in the flank, maybe. Alright, Peacekeeper tries to get up and fails because he was sprinting with a damaged gyro, takes 3 to the right leg, needs a 10 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 6, needs an 11 to stay conscious, gets a 9. Goes unconscious and will need an 11 to wake back up. Champion, jumping with a damaged leg actuator, needs a 4, gets a 5. Loki, running and turning, needs a 2, gets a 6. Alright, so the Warhammer's firing on Tentacle Shogun. Stiletto at the Peacekeeper. Let's see if we can go ahead and get that kill. We've got him on 8s for the head. We'll go 3 heat under. Oh, we'll go 3 heat under with the Stiletto. Scarponi has the Mad Cat on 6s, so we'll do 1 PPC, pair of ER mediums, and a pair of mediums. Champion at the other Mad Cat has him on 4s, 6s. Yeah, we'll fire everything at that guy. Tentacle Shogun at the Warhammer. We're gonna skip the ER large. Gonna skip the ER mediums. We'll do 2 guaranteed hits with pulse lasers. And we'll do 4 almost guaranteed hits with SRM 6s. No, wait. Let's do the Cestus first. Try to open up some holes with that Gauss rifle and those large lasers. Got the Mad Cat on 9s. Even at extreme range, that's not bad. We'll go 2 heat over on 9s. And then yeah, let's do the Phoenix Hawk next. Do the Warhammer on 5s and 7s. And then we'll skip the ERs. We'll do medium pulses times 2 and SRMs times 4, like I said. Last but not least, the Clint at the Swordsman. We've got him on 7s. We'll do all of that, yes. Vedette misses the clan jump point on a 12. Scarponi, or no, the enemy Warhammer. Lands a PPC on Tentacle Shogun's left arm, glancing off for 19 damage remaining. Medium laser to the right arm, solid blow for 5, down to 19 there as well. Medium laser glances off the CT, small laser, solid blow to the left torso, down to 22, and 4 SRMs to the right torso, left torso, right arm and leg. The Loki with 3 ER mediums lands 2 of them on Tentacle Shogun's center torso and left leg for 3 and 7, down to 25 in both of those locations. The Cronus lands a hit on the Peacekeeper's head, killing the pilot and destroying the Peacekeeper. Our Warhammer Scarponi hits the Mad Cat in the right arm with an ER PPC, hits him in the left torso and left arm with ER medium fire, down to 3 on that arm. The Elementals miss the Guillotine. The Champion at the Mad Cat hits him in the left torso, down to 15, hits him in the right torso with a medium laser, down to 20. Medium laser to the left arm, down to 19. Small lasers both hit on 6s for left torso and right arm for 3 each. And 3 SRMs to the center torso and left arm. Left arm is down to 17, CT is down to 32. The Cestus hits their enemy Warhammer in the left arm with the Gauss rifle and a large laser, down to 8 structure, but no crit. Wyvern at the Mad Cat lands at least 6 SRMs on 9s to the right arm, 4 of them to the center torso, from 36 down to 28 armor, real quick. And the right leg down to 28 as well. Another 6 LRMs to the left and right arm. The right leg takes another 4. And the right torso and right arm. The Mad Cat missing the Marauder on 6s with a 4 and a 5. The Clan Foot Platoon hits the Guillotine for 3 damage to the left torso, down to 19. Our Phoenix Hawk misses with the large laser, but does land both mediums to the right leg and right torso of the Warhammer. Does not get the crit, but down to 12 and 10 on that leg and torso. Tentacle Shogun at the Warhammer hits him in the left arm, critting on his shoulder and arm, hit him in the center torso, down to 15. And we're looking at 7, 10 SRMs to the right leg, left torso, left leg, right arm, right leg, center torso. Right leg is down to 4. Right torso is down to 8. Head is down to 7. A Paul needs his first consciousness check, needs a 3, gets a 7. Mad Cat at Scarponi lands an ER large to the right leg, down to 20. ER medium to the right torso, down to 8. And 25 LRMs to the arms, center torso, right torso, and left leg. The crossbow misses with everything on 11s. The Clint hits the swordsman in the right torso critical and the right arm, blowing off the right arm. The Guillotine at the crossbow missing on 8s and 10s except for a medium laser to the right torso. The crossbow is down to 9 armor there. The Vulture hits Cestus in the left leg with an ER large, down to 20 armor, misses with everything else on 9s and 8s. The Swordsman hits the Clint in the right torso for 5, down to 9. The Harvester Ant hits Tentacle Shogun in the right arm with 3 LRMs, down to 14 armor. The Timberwolf N took 20 plus, needs a 6 to stay standing, gets a 3, takes 8 damage to the legs, does avoid hurting the pilot. Timberwolf Prime took 40 plus, needs a 7, gets a 10, succeeds. The enemy Warhammer took 60 plus, needs a 6, gets a 7. Scarponi took 40 plus, needs a 6, gets a 4, takes 7 damage to his left arm and left leg, down to 12 on that arm. Scarponi does avoid hurting the pilot. And then Tentacle Shogun took 20 plus, needs a 4, gets a 5, stays standing. The champion might as well kick this building, doing 12 damage. Clint might as well kick this building, doing 9 damage. Alright, champion and the Clint both kick their respective buildings. The Guillotine kicks the mash truck in the front, destroys the mash truck. Very good. That is a kill for the Guillotine. Let's see. The Mad Cat Prime is up to 3 heat, the Vulture is up to 6, the Warhammer is up to 5, our Guillotine is up to 8, so that's targeting and penalty, and movement penalties. Scarponi is up to 3, the Crossbow is up to 7, the Harvester Ant is up to 2, Tentacle Shogun is up to 4, Wyvern is up to 2, our Phoenix Hawk is up to 2, and the Cestus is up to 1. We've won initiative, and we are going after our ace, but before our allied forces, so kind of in the middle. We're at 94, almost 95%. They're down to 86%. So we are pulling ahead a bit. What is that guillotine doing? Alright, stiletto. How about instead Wyvern? No. Cestus? Yeah, let's get that Gauss rifle into play. We'll be a little bit evasive. We can walk backwards next turn. Not enough to be evasive, but, you know, enough to maybe get out of line of fire. Tentacle Shogun. We advance at a run and trust Wyvern and Scarponi to take out this Warhammer. And that Warhammer had a pretty good pilot, right? Yeah, he's a 2-3 pilot. He is running a bit hot, if I recall. Heat is 5, so he can maybe fire a PPC next turn. If not, it'll all be mediums and smalls and machine guns and SRMs. Alright, Phoenix Hawk. And jump over here and block in the Swordsman. Stiletto, jump here, take out that Paramore. Hopefully. Scarponi. Like to get up and engage that Mad Cat. It's a 4. Got it. Wyvern would also like to get up and into the face of that Mad Cat. We can... Ooh. That's long range, or we can walk and get you into medium. Yeah, we'll walk and get him into medium range. Let's see, the champion can get into the back of the Warhammer. He's a 4. I know I'm pushing my luck with this. Tentacle Shogun can jump over here into these heavy woods and take out this Mad Cat maybe. With some SRMs. And last but not least, the Clint. Get into the back of this Vulture. And with 15 minutes left in tonight's stream, Warhammer Scarponi successfully gets up. Champion successfully lands with a damaged leg actuator, and the Mad Cat successfully gets up. Alright, Stiletto. Only has the Paramore, I guess. We'll go 6 heat over against him, sure. We're not going to build up any heat next turn anyways. Scarponi has the Mad Cat on 5s with the ERs, on 7s with the mediums, 7s with the ER smalls, actually. We go 4 heat over with the ER smalls on 7s. And then we'll follow that up with Wyvern, getting him on 4s with everything. We'll go 5 heat over for that. Or do we want? That might be overkill. We'll go 2 heat over. Let's see. The Cestus will be firing at the Warhammer. We've got him on 4s with everything. And 5s, looks like. We'll go 2 heat over for that. The champion will follow that up with LBX. We'll do a pair of mediums, pair of smalls, some SRMs, and the LBX on a 3. Tentacle Shogun at the Mad Cat. There'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 SRM 6s. Yeah, I like that. On 6s works for me. We're gonna hit with most of that, I hope. The Clint into the back of the Vulture on 7s will hopefully hit some ammo or something good, but we don't know yet. We've got, oh, we're taking fire from a Mad Cat. He needs 7s with the medium pulses. We've got him on 8s, we've got him on 6s. Oh wait, we've got them both on 6s. The Swordsman or the Mad Cat? The Swordsman is already pretty hurt. That said, not likely to do a lot of damage to the Swordsman. We're not likely to do a lot of damage to the Mad Cat either, but we'll fire a 6 on that. Then we've got 8s. We'll do 7s on the Swordsman. 4 heat over for that. At the guillotine, kills 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the clan foot platoon. 3 guys left alive. The enemy Warhammer hits our Cestus in the left arm with a PPC and a medium laser, down to 5 armor there. The Cestus, where is its Gauss rifle? In the right torso. Okay, so the left arm only has a large and a medium laser. Not too worried about that. Small laser to the right leg, small laser to the center torso, down to 27 and 29. Machine gun to the right leg, down to 25. Paramour misses the Cronus. Cronus hits the Paramour in the front, immobilizing it. Medium pulses to the left side, leaves it with 5 structure. SRMs to the left side, leave it with 1 structure, and the crew is stunned for 5 turns. That's no joke. Scarponi hits the Mad Cat in the head with an ER medium laser, down to 0 armor, forcing Dalimil's second consciousness check. Needs a 5, gets a 6. Medium laser to the CT, ER smalls to the left torso, right torso, left torso going internal, and the right arm, critting on his ER medium. The Loki hits the Cestus in the right leg for 15, down to 10 points, and that's going to be another modifier on his PSR. Wyvern at the Timberwolf hits him in the right arm, CT, left leg, right torso down to 4, center torso down to 17, left arm down to 11 structure, left arm down to 9 structure, critting on his ER medium and a double heat sink. Left leg, center torso, right arm critting on his upper, left torso critting on his LRM, right leg, left leg down to 20 and 22, left arm down to 7, critting on his shoulder and upper arm. Cestus at the Warhammer hits him in the left torso with that Gauss rifle, down to 0 armor, follows that with a large laser to the right leg and a large laser to the left leg, critting on a heat sink, leaving his right leg with 11 structure. Medium laser to the left torso leaves him with 10 structure there. The champion, following that up, hits him in the left torso rear with 2 medium lasers, down to 8 structure. 2 small lasers to the left leg and right torso rear, leaves him with 2 and 5. And the LB-10X hits with 6 pellets to the left leg, left arm, destroying it and taking out one of his PPCs. Left torso rear, critting on a small laser, and the center torso rear down to 8 armor. Tentacle Shogun at the Timberwolf hits him with a bunch of SRMs, critting on his engine twice with a through armor crit. Nice. And the left torso going internal but not getting the crit. On 6s. Missed with the next 2 launchers. SRMs to the left arm and right arm, going internal on both of those, critting on his ER large, leaving his left arm with 3 structure. That is the Madcat Prime. Madcat Prime, yes. The Madcat N does hit the Phoenix Hawk in the right arm with a through armor crit on the hand and a medium pulse laser to the right leg, down to 13 armor. And Foot Platoon hits the building for 3. Clint hits the Vulture in the right arm, right leg, and center torso rear with laser fire, down to 2 on that CTR. The Phoenix Hawk at the Timberwolf hits him in the right torso, down to 12, and a medium laser to the right leg and the head of, the right leg and head of the Swordsman, forcing Lee Kong Sarapella's first consciousness check. She succeeds. I assume she. Small laser to the left torso, small laser to the right leg, critting on a heat sink and the foot. Madcat Prime hits Wyvern in the right arm with an ER large, center torso with a medium pulse, ER medium to the left arm, and 26 LRMs to the center torso. Left leg and arm, right torso and arm. Heavy building takes 10 points of damage, down to 36. Vulture at the Cestus hits him in the right leg, would have been the head. Cestus has 3 edge remaining. Right leg is down to 3 armor. Medium pulse laser to the right arm, down to 13 armor. Streak SRM 6 to the right leg, right torso, center torso, critting on his foot. And 20 LRMs to the left leg and left arm, leaving him with 5 structure on the left arm and 5 armor on the left leg. The Swordsman, this is the Phoenix Hawk on 11s and 9s. The Madcat falls down, needs a 9 for taking 80 plus damage, gets a 4, takes 5 to the left torso, crits on his engine, and shuts down. So we do have a Madcat Prime ready for the taking. Enemy Warhammer needs a 5 to stay standing, gets a 7, took 40 plus damage. The Swordsman took a leg or foot actuator, needs a 7, gets a 6, takes 4 damage to the left arm, leaving it with 3 structure. The Pilot needs a 7 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 4, needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets a 7. Wyvern needs a 5, gets a 5. The Cestus took 80 plus damage and a leg actuator, needs a pair of 8s, gets a 9 and an 8. That is some good piloting. Who is that again? That is for Nita. The pair of needs a pair of 8s, got a 9 and an 8. Very nice. 80 plus damage on the Cestus. Alright, Stiletto. I cannot kick the Paramar. The Clint can kick the Vulture. Cannot. No. Needs a 6 to punch the Vulture for 5 damage in the rear. Needs a 4 to kick the Vulture for 9 damage. Okay. The Phoenix Hawk at the Swordsman is going for a kick on a 3. At the Guillotine, kicks 1 more guy of the Space Marines, 1 guy left. Cronus kicks the building and destroys it. The Clint kicks the Vulture in the right leg, down to 6. The Phoenix Hawk kicks the Swordsman in the right torso, down to 7. The Vulture needs a 5 to stay standing, gets an 8. Do we have time for 1 more round? I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go ahead. I think this is gonna be I think this is gonna be where I call it, but let me double check. We've got, what was the name of this battle again? This was Irregular Forces, right? So we will save as Irregulars. And then we'll go ahead and close this down. We'll save this also as exit save. We will save this as 3050 0920. And that'll be post stream because I did one thing off camera before I started tonight's stream, and that was to fix the Marauders perks. So I did save that as a pre-stream save, and this is now a post-stream save. And hopefully next week we'll be able to advance the day and start on a save slot. But until then, I'm glad you were able to join me. For everyone who was able to join me, Varank and your wife, I'm glad you're able to make it, and I appreciate everything. For everyone who's catching this on YouTube, don't forget to leave a comment saying so. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community, all that good stuff. Link to the Discord is in my Twitch bio, and we will see you guys there. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend, and a wonderful week, and we will see you next time. Catch you later.